What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hustle. Y'all already know it. I'm back at it again with the gems, the sauce, the information that's gonna help you turn into a boss, keep you safe, all that good stuff. And y'all know when I drop these credit fraud or scam videos, I get right to the point. I get right to the sauce. I get right to the information that you need to know and win. And in today's video, I'm gonna be explaining how scammers or fraudsters are actually utilizing CPNs and getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, and so on and so on. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the do. All right, so when it comes to CPNs, when it comes to loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, a lot of people, first of all, it's a lot of people that hear the word CPN and they know nothing. They don't even know what it stands for. They don't even know what's going on. They just want to be cool and they want to get one because they see people getting CPNs and getting cars and seeing people get houses and stuff like that. So a lot of people don't even know what is really going on. So first things first, when it comes to CPNs, credit privacy numbers or credit profile numbers. And then you got profiles. There are two different things and that people don't understand. So when people out there try to buy quote unquote pre-built CPNs or try to look for pre-built CPNs, those aren't CPNs. Those are basically profiles, other people's profiles that they're basically attaching your picture to. So that's basically what people are doing when it comes to getting loans. I mean, not loans, but loans, credit cards, lines of credit, cars, open up bank accounts. People are using other people's profiles, getting fake IDs attached to that driver's license number and information, and they going to do those type of things. Now, the problem with that is people don't understand that your driver's license is more valuable than your social security number, because your driver's license has your picture attached to it, has your weight, height, all that attached to it, which pops up in the computer system. Because when you go cash a check, when you go apply for anything, when you go do anything, they always asking for your ID. And when you go cash a check at a bank or a check cashing place, they take your ID, they make a photocopy of it, they run it through a system, all different type of stuff. Some banks do it, most banks do it, but some banks don't. And that's where a lot of things happen at. So you got profiles. Profiles are basically other people's information that a scammer, fraudster, comes across, and it gets a fake ID with that information with somebody else's picture or their picture, and they use it so they can act like that person. Then you have CPNs. Now CPNs are built around that person's name or that person's information. So let's say my name is John Smith. The name on the CPN is going to be John Smith. It's going to be all my information, name, birthday, all that. Only thing that's going to be different is that number. So once I create that number, it's going to be a blank credit profile. So once this blank credit profile, I have this new credit profile with this new number, they try merge so they can get a credit score for that profile. So sometimes people just go apply for certain cards or certain accounts knowing that they're not going to get approved, but it's just generating a credit score for them. Sometimes people go get secured loans or credit cards utilizing their own cash to start building a credit score for that profile. A lot of different ways people try merge the CPNs. So once it's try merge and there's a credit score on it, now you're able to build that CPN's credit score. Now you're in the public records. Now you can do but basically what you would do with anything else or whatever, any other credit profile. Get loans, credit cards, lines of credit, get cars, homes, all different types of stuff. A lot of people don't understand. CPN is a made up term, a made up name. The government did not create the name CPN, but they created CPNs. If you get what I'm saying. When they created it, it was not created as a CPN, it was created as a synthetic identity. After the years, people just came up with this CPN name and people just ran with it. So CPN is not the correct terminology for a synthetic identity. It's just a synthetic identity. People just created the name CPN and it sounds cool and people ran with it. So there you go. synthetic identities, or quote unquote CPNs, was created for people in the witness protection program. So, you know, when people go to jail, they snitch on people, commit murders, and tell on people, and then get out, pardon and all that, they get out of jail under new identities, so people won't come searching for them and try to delete them. So they get synthetic identities. There's no rule saying if you have a synthetic identity that you can't get loans, credit cards, lines of credit, and start over and build your life. There's no rule on that. So people started to figure that out. Like, okay, so if I can get this quote unquote synthetic identity, this synthetic information, and once I get this synthetic information, I can get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. And once I get this loan, credit card, or line of credit, and this synthetic information is not my information, then there you go. So the main goal, like I told y'all before, the main goal for scammers and fraudsters is to get lump sums of money, get the most money as possible, to make billions of dollars, basically for free without having to pay back nothing, and just, you know, nothing coming back to them. So that's why a lot of scammers and a lot of fraudsters are starting to aim towards the credit world when it comes to scams and fraud. Because you can get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit with a CPN or a synthetic identity. You can get business loans and start up businesses with a synthetic identity. And if this synthetic identity is technically not you, it won't come back on your credit profile. That's how they're thinking. Then why not? And it's actually kind of true. Y'all don't know, Donald Trump used a CPN, paid $750 in taxes. I told y'all this 6 years ago, but y'all don't want to listen to me. Y'all don't want to hear me. Then 5-6 years later, he get busted for tax evasion and all that because of that. I told y'all this in 2021. I've been telling y'all this. Donald Trump then ran the bankruptcy game, all that. Got $3 billion for Taj Mahal Trump Casino Hotel. Filed bankruptcy, put the money in the trust fund. This is all documented information that people can easily go searching, but people don't do their own research. See, people miss out on a lot of different things, or don't come across a lot of different things because they don't do their own research. They wait for people to tell them. Like, people really literally get comfortable with people telling them stuff on a daily basis and depend on that as a crutch. Like, I know if I go here, I'm gonna get this information all the time. If I do this, I'm gonna get this all the time. Like, if I go to this person's channel and they do a video, they always gonna drop a link to the website. That's when people, that's brainwashing yourself to be crutched, to be a handicapped. Y'all gotta stop that, because leaving your mind handicapped and your brain handicapped is gonna leave you being dependent your whole life. And you a grown man and a grown woman. You shouldn't be dependent on nobody to do nothing for you. You should feel good in yourself to know how to do something to make you some money that everybody else they can do. And that just comes from learning. And a lot of people not willing to learn. A lot of people not willing to learn. And if you don't not willing to learn, it'll never be your turn. And that's just the honest to God truth for any and everything in this world. So people, like I said, even with the PPP loans, people were using CPNs and using bogus information to get PPP loans. Like, and there was some people that didn't even use fake information, that used their real information and got PPP loans. Like, it get real out here. That people not understanding. Like, in real life, it get real. And a lot of people don't watch the news. A lot of people don't do their own research. A lot of people not on YouTube. A lot of people don't do a lot of things, so they don't get a chance to hear about these certain things that's happening. So back CPNs, people building a personal credit on the CPNs, starting businesses on CPNs, getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit on CPNs, putting in trust funds, putting it here, putting it there. You got people, and then it's people who get in CPNs because they might be a felon. They might not be able to, because of their felon, it's hindering them from getting certain loans, certain jobs, certain homes. And it's keeping them in a messed up situation. And they actually trying to better themselves. So sometimes felons get CPNs. They be able to get that home that they need. Be able to get that job that they need. Be able to get certain things that they need. Because like I said, more than likely everybody in the world has somebody that was born on the same day with the same name as them. Everybody got a double. So if somebody was born the same day you was born with the same name, they might not look like you or none of that, but they got the same exact name they was born the exact same day. And y'all the exact same age. You know how many Ashley, Jasmine Williams is out here? How many Ashley or Jasmine Jacksons it is out here? Or, I mean, like, same people names. It's a lot of people out here. I know a couple people with the same name. Ashley Smiths and Brittany Smiths and Brittany Williamses, and like, it's a lot of people with the same name out here, bruh. John Smith. You know how many real people named John Smith in the world? Like, you'll be surprised. So people are starting to say, okay, if I can, let me learn this credit game, because it'll allow me to get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, personal and business loans. It'll allow me to learn what a CPN really is, how to really utilize it the correct way. And some people are saying, let me learn how to get this credit together so I can get these loans, credit cards, and lines of credit and get over and do what I gotta do. Can't control how people act, can't control what people do, can't control how people think. So me, I'm just here to teach people about credit, about loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, and keep y'all aware of the real things that's happening in the real world. They try to stop us from learning certain things and knowing about certain things. They didn't teach us credit in school. They didn't teach us money management in school. So that's why I teach credit. That's why I talk about certain things and certain topics, so people can be more aware and be more safe out here in this world, because it's getting worse every day. More hackers, more tollway text messages, scam text messages, more data breaches, so much going on out here that's keeping us vulnerable and unsafe. And we just gotta know what's going on. So just a small amount of information can go a long way in our lives. And that's just the honest to God truth. So in the honest to God truth, people are really out here committing identity fraud, getting people's identity, getting fake IDs, getting profiles, getting fake IDs with these profiles, getting loans, credit cards, lines of credit, cars, homes, doing so many different things. You got people out here really creating synthetic identities, building the profiles on these synthetic identities and getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, personal and business, and actually paying the money back and actually doing right by it. They just couldn't do it with their original credit. You got felons out here trying to really make a better way for themselves, but they just got to figure out ways to get around the system, figure out ways how to get around the mistakes that they made, so they get CPNs and they start their life all over. No felon on that CPN. Good credit, all different, well, not good credit, but they can build that credit on that CPN, all different types of stuff. So it's a lot of different reasons why people get CPNs out here. There's a lot of different reasons why people utilize CPNs. CPNs, like I said, the word CPN, it was created by somebody out here and people just ran with it, but the word CPN is not actually the actual term. Synthetic identities. A lot of people are day by day trying to get their hands on the synthetic identity. And like I said in the beginning of the video, a lot of people hear things, and once they hear things, then they want to do it, but they don't even know what's really going on. So a lot of people hear people saying, oh, like I told y'all, a lot of people here say, I got a CPN, I got this car, this home, different things, not understanding the logistics and the magnitude of what's going on. So what happens is they buy these pre-built CPNs from people, and not knowing that the CPN is actually a profile. It's actually somebody else's information attached to it. So they so green and so gullible with this information, they trying to go do this and trying to do that, and then they get caught. Like, I do a lot of reaction videos of people using quote unquote CPNs, but they're not real CPNs, they're real profiles, and they trying to get cars, veneers, all different type of stuff in other people's names. And sometimes people be so green, but man, I didn't know you can do that. And you can see when somebody really didn't know what they was doing or what was going on, vice versa. Somebody knew what they was doing and what was going on, and they just got caught. So the credit world is, people are really starting to take advantage of credit because of the loopholes that it has. And once people figure out the loopholes and people figure out how to do certain things, then that's how a lot of fraud and a lot of scams happen, right? So CPNs, fraud, credit, CPNs and fraud is becoming a popular scam for fraudsters nowadays, because like I told you guys in the beginning of the video, credit is the #1 money game in the world. And when you got credit, you can get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. And when you can get lump sums of money, instead of doing nicky-tacky scams or crackhead scams or little bitty whatever to get coins here and there, the scammers and fraudsters are trying to figure out any and every way that they can to make a lump sum of money without having to get coins. So, I mean, instead of getting $500 10 times, they'd rather get $5,000 one time. Instead of getting $500 1,000 times, they'd rather get it do something to get it once or twice. So they won't have to do as much work, right? So people are starting to understand, like, okay, I can get credit, and with credit, I can get loans. And if I can create a synthetic identity or whatever, I can build the credit up on this synthetic identity, get loans, credit cards, lines of credit, and it won't come back to me, all right? So that's just a little breakdown of what's going on out here in the world right now. A lot of people are starting to utilize credit for good and bad. A lot of people are starting to figure out ways how to, and we all know about the data breach that's going on. It's a lot of ways people getting different information. People selling it, people figure out all different type of ways to get some type of information. Dark web, you got people who work at banks, you got people who know how to do certain search engines that can get information that allow them to create certain synthetic identities. Then you got people who know how to make fake IDs, good and bad fake IDs, and then they go in these banks and they do whatever they do, get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, all right? So make sure y'all being more aware of y'all credit profiles. Start getting LifeLock, start freezing y'all credit so no one can be able to get anything in your name, and you'll be more safer, you can be more aware, and you can be more cautious, and you know what's going on out there in the world, all right? So shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, and subscribers out there, because without y'all there be no me. You motivate me to keep going, you motivate me to keep dropping the sauce, and you motivate me to keep entertaining. So shout out to all of y'all. Make sure y'all tapping in, getting these FaceTime 1-on-1 unlimited gems for $600. And make sure y'all getting y'all 5 questions for $350. All right, Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the $350 or $600 is in your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right, no screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Make sure y'all tapping in with the Crypto Tour in-person limited gem 6,500. Make sure y'all tapping into my Telegram and my Potato Millionaire Network. Make sure y'all tapping into the Potato, because y'all know Telegram we're getting real janky. So make sure y'all tapping into the the Potato Millionaire Network. Make sure y'all tap into all my YouTube channels. Make sure y'all getting these methods, these load ups, Cash App, Bitcoin. Anybody get a $500 load up and up, get a free jogger shot, black or pink. So make sure y'all tapping in with that. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. I'll see you all at the next video. Peace.